Welcome back to KK Autos, your home for classic legends, modern machines, and everything in between. Today, we travel back to the late 1980s, a golden age of muscle, power, and attitude, to explore a car that defined American performance for an entire generation. The 1989 Ford Mustang Cobra. The Mustang name has always been more than just a car. It's a symbol of freedom, rebellion, and raw American muscle. But in 1989, Ford decided to give it something extra, something that blended everyday drivability with pure racing soul. That's how the Cobra came to life, a special breed that stood apart from ordinary Mustangs with its sharper edge, stronger heart, and unmistakable personality. Let's start with the design, the part that instantly captures your attention. The 1989 Mustang Cobra retained the classic fox body styling, a design that became iconic for its clean lines, bold stance, and unmistakable proportions. Its long hood, short rear deck, and aggressive front fascia gave it the perfect blend of sportiness and muscle. Unlike the regular Mustang GT, the Cobra featured aerodynamic front and rear bumpers, a subtle rear spoiler, and the legendary Cobra badging. Small details that made a big difference for those who knew what this car really stood for. The headlights were square and simple, yet perfectly matched the overall boxy style that made 80s cars so unique. The body moldings, side skirts, and redesigned grille all contributed to a cleaner and more purposeful look. From the side, the Cobra's 16-inch turbine wheels and wider tires hinted at its performance capabilities, while at the back, those signature triple taillights reminded everyone that this was pure Mustang DNA, untamed, unapologetic, and proud. Now, let's open the doors and step inside. The interior of the 1989 Cobra was straightforward, driver-focused and built for purpose. Soft-touch vinyl, cloth or leather upholstery, and a simple dash layout made it practical yet sporty. The bucket seats were supportive, giving drivers that perfect low seating position, and the three-spoke steering wheel carried the Mustang emblem, a reminder of the heritage you were holding in your hands. Everything inside was analog. No touch screens, no digital distractions, just a pure driving environment. The tachometer and speedometer sat front and center, reminding the driver that this car wasn't built for luxury. It was built for performance and control. Speaking of performance, this is where the 1989 Ford Mustang Cobra truly came alive. Under the hood sat the legendary 5.0-liter V8 engine, an engine that would go on to define an entire era of American performance. In its Cobra-tuned form, it produced around 225 horsepower and 300 pound-feet of torque, which in 1989 made it one of the fastest Mustangs ever made. Paired with a 5-speed manual transmission, the Cobra could sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 6 seconds, a remarkable feat for its time. But numbers alone don't tell the full story. The magic of the 1989 Cobra was in the feel, the way it delivered its power, the deep growl of that V8, and the raw connection between driver and machine. There was no traction control, no stability assist, just you, the clutch, and a roaring engine ready to unleash pure American muscle. On the road, the Cobra felt alive. Every vibration, every shift, every exhaust note spoke directly to the driver. The suspension setup, tuned for sharper cornering, made it agile for its era. It wasn't perfect. The ride could be firm, the steering a bit heavy, but that's what made it authentic. You didn't just drive this car, you experienced it. And the sound, that deep, throaty rumble of the 5.0, it was the anthem of the late 80s. Car enthusiasts still talk about it today, the unmistakable burble that could make anyone turn their head when the Cobra passed by. The 1989 Mustang Cobra also marked an important step in Ford's performance history. It showed that Ford could create a muscle car that wasn't just about straight-line speed, but also about balance, handling, and everyday usability. It was the bridge between the old-school brute force of the 60s and 70s Mustangs and the more refined, modern performance cars that would come later in the 90s. In a time when American manufacturers were still finding their footing in performance engineering, the Cobra stood tall, proudly representing power, style, and individuality. Today, more than 3 decades later, the 1989 Ford Mustang Cobra has become a true collector's classic. It's a car that holds its value not just in dollars, but in emotion. For enthusiasts, it's a time capsule, a reminder of when cars were raw, mechanical, and personal. The Fox body design has aged beautifully, gaining a cult following among Mustang lovers and tuners alike. Many owners today keep these cars in pristine condition, while others continue to modify and race them, keeping the Cobra spirit alive. From drag strips to car meets, from restoration garages to private collections, the 1989 Cobra remains a symbol of American driving passion. It's not about luxury, technology, or efficiency. It's about power, connection, and nostalgia. And that's what makes it truly special. So when you see one on the road, that low-slung Fox body with the Cobra badge gleaming in the sunlight, you're not just looking at a car. You're looking at a piece of history, a machine that represents freedom, rebellion, and pure automotive soul. In a world now filled with silent electric motors and digital dashboards, the 1989 Ford Mustang Cobra stands as a reminder of what driving used to be: raw, emotional, and beautifully loud. That's the legacy of the Cobra, a car that didn't just define its generation, but inspired the next ones to come. This has been your deep dive into the 1989 Ford Mustang Cobra, here on KK Autos. Now let's talk about what truly defines the 1989 Ford Mustang Cobra, its performance. Under the hood lies the legendary 5.0-liter high-output V8 engine, a power plant that became a symbol of American muscle during the late 80s and early 90s. In the Cobra, this engine was tuned to deliver around 225 horsepower and 300 pound-feet of torque, making it one of the most thrilling performance cars of its era. The engine featured sequential multi-port fuel injection, ensuring better throttle response and smoother power delivery. When paired with the 5-speed manual transmission, it offered a raw and engaging driving experience, one that rewarded skilled drivers and punished hesitation. Every gear shift was mechanical, every acceleration instant, and every sound from the exhaust pure symphony for muscle car lovers. The Cobra's rear-wheel drive setup gave it a true driver's feel, allowing enthusiasts to experience the car's balanced weight distribution and tail-happy personality on open roads. It could sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 6 seconds, with a quarter-mile time hovering around 14 seconds. Impressive numbers for its time. But performance wasn't just about speed. The suspension tuning with stiffer springs, improved dampers, and upgraded sway bars made the Cobra sharper in corners than the standard Mustang GT. Braking power came from ventilated discs, offering confident stopping even under pressure. The combination of a roaring V8, lightweight Fox body platform, and pure analog control made the 1989 Mustang Cobra a driver's dream. It wasn't just fast, it was alive. Every vibration. If you enjoyed this journey into American muscle history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more legendary car reviews and automotive storytelling. Because here on KK Autos, we don't just talk about cars, we celebrate them.